So, and once you remove the power switch over here, you can, and all the screws which holding the board, you just lift it up to get it out of the connectors here, and then just pull it back gently, and here you go. The 50-volt connection is badly bent here. I don't know if that's visible. Look at that, that's the unregulated 50 volts, and that's really bent. So that might be an issue. But one of our major problems is actually this one here. That's broken off that pot or switch. I think it's the pot. But I think the whole axis is bent, so what we're going to do, we take the cover off and have a look at the shaft, because something doesn't look right there. Yeah, to get the board out, there's a zillions of connectors here at the bottom as well. Just make sure you know where they are, and go from there. Okay, so this one is the timing board, and obviously this is the sweep board here. Apparently to get a sweep board out, that's a bit of a bigger job, because there's a lot more stuff on it. But for whatever reason our short is gone, so that's a bit concerning. I don't like shorts disappearing just on their own. Yeah, there are two resistors here, which are these. This one and this one. I just cut them in the middle so I can resolder them. I'm not messing around with the capacitors. This is just the external trigger, so it's external A and B trigger. We still may have an issue with that switch pot thing here. I don't like how it's behaving, but that's what it is. Welcome back. So it's the next evening. We're carrying on with our Tekscope here. That was just to remind me that there is a screw inside. Put that into the screw box. It's down here. I saw it already, so I'm gonna get it out here. Today we tackle that board. As far as I understand, the only thing which has to come out is the knob, and I pulled the lenses already. You can pull these lenses out just with your fingers here. So I pulled the top ones already, so here we go. You just pull them out and they stuck in the holes here. They go into the plastic parts on the main board, and these are just the lights. So you pull the lenses out and throw it on the floor. I think they're all the same, at least they look all the same. Take the knob off, unplug this one, and I think that's it. So it needs a bit of, I think it needs to come this way somehow to get it out of the connectors, and that's about it. So this screw, that hex rod here, and yeah, knob, and then it comes out. There's nothing else which holds it. Let me do that. One thing I forgot to say is that micro switch here is actually the B trigger, and that is somehow binding. It should be triggered now. So, but if you switch back, it doesn't go in really. There is a problem here. It may just need a little bit of oil, because there's a little push rod which moves that plastic part inwards. I don't know if you can hear the click of the switch, and that moves a little bit hard, so a little bit of silicone grease or silicone oil will do the job. And also that push rod needs a bit of oil, because otherwise it's constantly on B trigger. Okay, let's take the board out. So that's the inner part with the skirt and two plastic washers which just go this way, and it's on the inner shaft. And you got the pod shaft. So this outer one is A, this is B trigger, and the inner shaft is actually the pod which goes to the back. So we take the cover off again, and this is, I don't know if it's visible, but it's cracked here, so I think it's been glued together. I think the knob was a bit too tight. You can see some rubbing here. We need to check the spare parts list. I think there is normally there's a plastic bushing washer in between, or some soft material, I don't know. When you take it out, there are actually two grub screws. One is here, one is here. It's an odd size, some American style, or some American size Allen key. I don't know exactly what the size is, but this one fits. So now we should be able to take the board out, because now we got enough clearance to tilt it over, because these switches are actually here as well. I don't know if you can take the knobs off. Probably, yeah, you can. So yeah, you can pull these knobs off as well. You probably need to. It makes your life easier. Just pull them off, one after the other. It was quite simple. It came actually off this way. The knobs, taking off the knobs really helps, so you can tilt it a little bit apart, and the hole in the middle is big enough. So, and this is the slider which sits on that little switch here, and that it's binding. It's definitely binding here. It shouldn't bind. Yeah, that doesn't work very well here. So, and then you can take that cover off, or put it aside a little bit. I think it doesn't make a big difference. And now we're gonna take the shaft coupler off on the inner side, and then we should be able to pull the inner shaft and see how straight that is. That's the idea. Well, we can see even more now. I don't know if it's visible, but here, that's the inners of the switch, which is pulled out, and the pod is completely displaced for whatever reason. Yeah, it sits way too far back, because it's just at the wrong angle here. So yeah, this is not exactly simple. Let's take it out. I think you can take it apart. There's screws on the back, so we probably can take the switch out, eventually glue it together, or worst case we buy one. I think these are available. Okay, we also may have found the reason for the -8 volt short. I think the front is the pop. I think the front is the pod and the rear is the switch. We have a broken leg on the switch. We showed that before. And we have one part of the pod broken out. So the whole thing was lifted up. The shaft is a little bit bent. So yeah, the pod has definitely died. It's a 20 kilo ohm, and with a switch, with a dual pole switch. I have a quick look if I can find one. I think I saw some of those on eBay. The question is it the same number? But it's a 20 kilo ohm with a dual pole switch. Yeah, so the center is the pod. I already unsoldered those. So this is the remains of the pod here. And this is probably just a standoff spacer thing. And that's what it is. So that's probably the only real damage we have. Let's see if that shaft rotates concentric. I think we take it out and have a look. But it looks like that. And now the second screw fell out. Don't know if you can see it. Tiny little group screws here. There's only two, 1.5 threads actually in that thing. I guess the chamfer is too much. Let's see if we can find that. And if so, we order one. I think it's the same like as those here. Yeah. That's 311-1702. 311-1702. I think I saw that number. Let's have a look.